Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm making another video for you today. It's your friendly neighborhood Godslayer. How y'all doing today? Alright, I wanted to make a video to see if I can help explain in maybe a different way than what's been in other videos of the explanation of how to do the twins fight in vMoL. Alright? Or MoL just in general. Maw of Lokaj. It's always a little barrier for a lot of groups that go through that trial where you get to the section called the twins and where you have to battle the twins, and it's because it's not so much of a DPS battle, or it is more of a mechanics battle, and in the moment it's really hard to do, and it's hard to understand if you haven't been in there before or just haven't had a lot of practice. It took me a few times to get it down, more than a few times to get it down, and I still mess things up in there. It's a tricky thing, or you might also be embarrassed, to see that, hey, I have no idea what's going on and don't want to hold up a group by, explanation, and still even getting that explanation, not exactly know exactly what you're supposed to do. So I thought I'd make this video so that in kind of a more quiet, peaceful way, you'll be able to kind of understand what's going on. Now, I want to explain this from the position of DPS, all right? Because usually tanks go in with mostly knowing what they're doing, or they've got other jobs to do within there, so they're a little bit more detailed. And healers usually have a grasp on what they need to do as well. So usually, anytime things get blown up, it's usually the faults of the DPS. I don't even like saying faults. It kind of happens that way, that the other ones are preoccupied, other roles are preoccupied with other things, and we have us as DPS, me included, in there, usually either don't see the mechanics or whatever. It's a little different thing. So I'm gonna so this video is skewed towards what are the responsibilities of the DPS. All right, what do we have to do? All right, and so because could be a lot of confusion, a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of call outs happening in there, but I just want to focus on your job, what you have to do. I bring this up, I've been having a lot of fun time ever since I got my Godslayer. I kind of tease, my Godslayer, and other people tease me back about it in there. But the one thing that made me be able to get that title was that I was good at following directions, understanding the mechanics, and doing just my job. All right, you hear that phrase, do your job. I didn't worry about, there was a lot of other things that tanks were doing and off tanks were doing, and healers had to be responsible for. I just focused on what I needed to do. So I want to show DPS in the twins fight exactly what they have to do and their responsibilities and things that they have to listen for. So that's where I'm going after this one. So if you're a tank, you've got other jobs to do, so this is not for you. You can watch it as well, of course. And same thing with healers. Healers are involved in some of these mechanics as well. But again, this is primarily for DPS. What am I supposed to do when I get in there? What am I supposed to be listening for? What am I supposed to be watching out for? So I was thinking, okay, where could I do this? I need a circle. I need a circle because the little arena that you're in is in a circle. Let's go to the ruins. Let me see what we could do in there. See if there's something I can find. There's that little plateau there. I think I took away a trial parsing dummy to my other house. Let me see. What could we do here? I think up here would work out very nicely. Yes, okay. So when you get into the twins fight, it is kind of like a little circular arena, all right? And it's split into two sides, all right? So there is two bosses, the twins. Let's see, how about, what if I do, yeah, let's put okay, so the two bosses can be represented by the Bantam bars. Okay, one's going to be here. Boom. There we go. And then the other one is going to be over here. Okay. Boom. All right. So there's our two. And in the middle, it's actually kind of a cool little setup. Let's see. Lighting. Yeah. They've got these like little candles here. I'll kind of put them in the ground. They kind of separate the arena for you. Boom. Boom. So you know which side to be on. Boom. Okay. All right. So, and actually, at the beginning, these are actually on each one of these sides. All right. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should move that to kind of start. They're kind of here to begin with if you're looking inside the arena. Boom, here. I don't need that light there. All right. And so what you do to start, all right, is that you get two groups. You got to separate into 2 groups of 6. And so you usually will stand, one group will stand over here, all right, and the other one will go towards the exit side and stand over here, all right. And what the job is at the beginning of the fight for the tanks is that they gather them up, all right, and they split them. They'll put one on, where'd my cursor go? Oh, there it is. They'll gather them up, and they'll get them kind of a little bit closer, all right, and people start to damage them. Boom, 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 boom. And then they pull one to one side and one to the other. And what they're trying to do, okay, it's all about the mechanic of having light versus dark. You're going to get a blessing of a light side or dark side, and you want to be damaging the opposite color because you do more damage. Real easy to see. Like when I'm damaging, if I have like the light side and I'm damaging the boss that has the dark on it, I'm doing a ton of damage to it. If I'm going against the one that I'm not supposed to, if it's the same color that I am, you get, I'm doing like, maybe 300 damage, to each thing. So it's really easy to see if you're not doing a lot of damage. All right. So they put it in, you get your blessing, and then the tanks, what they do is they take you, okay, they take them to a side over here. Usually they'll go over here, and usually this one will go over here, a little bit at an angle. All right. So I'm on a DPS. My tank has just pulled me out. I've gotten my blessing of which side, and so let's say that this one is the dark one, the more purplish one, and so I got the light on top of my head, and it's pretty easy to see. Well, I say pretty easy. This is one of the toughest things about it. It's actually kind of tricky to see. You get this little aura of like a whitish, light yellow orange if you have the light side one. If you've got the dark side one, it's kind of like a darkish, almost like the body of the Guar. It's got this darkish, purplish, bluish, dark bluish thing on there. So you want to look for that over your head. And you'll see the other people in your party. Also keep your head up. And look, the other people in your party will have that too. All right? Yeah, so yeah, let's say that we have the light side one. All right? So we come over here and we're doing damage. Boom, 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 boom. All right? So to recap, because I took a second. All right, I'll back my guy up here. I'll use my cursor. All right, the bosses started over here and over here. You're in one of these groups, either here or over there. All right? The tanks pull them to the center. Boom, you kind of, wail away on it. Boom, 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 boom. You want to be close to it because you want to receive that blessing or whatever they call it in there. And you now, so that you've got that aspect, you either have the light or the dark, depending on your side. And you're going to be battling the opposite. And the tank's pulling from the middle off to the side. They do that because you're going to be doing a running mechanic clockwise. So they kind of keep it over here to start and then kind of move the boss a little over here as things kind of go along. All right? Kind of in that clockwise motion. So that's where we are so far. So you're wailing away. You're going at things. Boom, 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 boom. All right. During the time they're doing this, there's going to be this new phase. And if you have the combat alert for this, it'll say receiving, you'll get a word thing that says receiving lunar aspect or receiving, I'm forgetting the light aspect, right? The lighter aspect, and it actually has the color in the wording. All right. When you see that, all right, you're going to look down at your feet and you're going to see whether or not if you're getting the wording, you're going to get it. All right. But if you don't have the wording because you don't have the thing, you'll see down at your feet when the leader of your group calls out for swaps in there, you're going to see a disc. There's going to be a disc at your feet. All right. If you have this new aspect, it'll be yellowish, yellowish, whitish, orange, or it'll be that dark purple. Dark purple one's a little harder to see. All right. So if you have that, so if it says receiving that with the code thing, or you've got the disc at your feet, you've got to run out of there. What that means is that you now are going to be swapping colors. Okay, so let's say I'm over here, and like I said, we were at the point where I had the light color, and I was bashing, and DPSing the dark colored one in there. Because I'm receiving the aspect, I'm going to receive the dark one, all right, and change from the light, which means I want to get over there so that I can do damage. Okay, so I want to move over here as quickly as possible. All right, again. So you were over here, you were bashing, and they're just like, okay, the aspects are going out. So you calls it out, or you see receiving aspect above yourself there, and you're gonna book it. And you don't want to cross in the middle. You don't want to go counterclockwise. You want to go clockwise. You know why? Because at the same time, there are people on this side that are getting the aspect, and they're going to move in that direction. Always going to be 3 people. There's going to be 3 people that go. That's why you have to have a full group to do this of 12. You can't do it with 11. All right? So what you're going to do is that you're going to see 3 people with those discs under their feet going clockwise over here. That also gives you time, all right, as you're going clockwise for that aspect to change on you. All right? So this is why, let me talk about this point first. Why you want to switch sides is that because if you don't and you have the opposite color and you stay in your group, you blow people up. Anybody in your vicinity. All right? That's the big mechanic in here. If your light side and the dark side colors groups can't be within each other, or they blow each other up. All right? So sometimes people will get nervous when the call out, leaves, or they don't see that they have their color is going to change, and they stay in the group. Boom, they take out a couple of people in the group. Or they think they might have the color, and they run over here. Boom, and they did not change colors. So like my original color was light, and they're all dark over here. Boom. That's what's blowing people up. Okay, let me say that one more time. All right, you're battling in this phase, battle. Those aspect changes are going out. If you have the alert, it'll say it. So that means you're going to move. All right, or you look at your feet to see if you got it. All right, if you don't have it, you're going to stay. All right, if you don't receive that message when people say, oh, the aspect changes are going out, all right, you stay. And if you don't see anything on your feet, you stay. I always will wiggle a little bit. I'll kind of move my character around, look for my disc. If I don't have any in there, or I don't get the wording in there, I make sure to stay. If you get the aspect change, you got to book it. And you're going to go on the edge and go clockwise. You'll then see that the top of your head here will change to the color of everybody else over here. So always be watching for that. Watch what your color is and what people's color over here. All right. If you go over here, all right, and your color is light and they're all dark, go back. All right. All right. You'll always hear like your leader or something like that. If they see that you're going over there and you're not supposed to, they're like, come back. All right. So that's part 1. So it's actually, I kind of made it kind of wordy, but again, for the DPS, you're just standing here at the beginning. You're battling. All right, the tank is going to take the boss over here. You're going to battle, battle, battle. Your first thing that you got to realize is when your first job to do is when they say the aspects are going out. You check your feet if it's for you. You check your if you've received any wording from the combat alert. If you haven't, you stayed. If you've got a disc below your feet, you book it. You run, 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 run. Get to the other side, and then now you join the group. All right. So I'll kind of take you through me battling stuff here. So I'm like, okay, start off, the fight begins, they bring them to the middle, I'm going DPS and boom, 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 boom. I see the tank is pulling it over here, boom, 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 boom. Aspects are going out. Oh, I'm light, but I've got a dark disc on my feet. Okay, I'm going to be changing to that dark. Boom, 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 boom. I get over here, I look at the top of my head, I've changed to dark, I look at my group, they're all dark. I come over to this side, and I get ready. Boom, 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 boom. That's usually the biggest thing that'll get people when they first start, because it's the first thing that happens. All right? And that mechanic comes back throughout the fight. The next thing is that as you're starting to do damage on the DPS and the ads and stuff, at one point, the tank is going to move. All right, so let's move our boss. Going to move them kind of out of the way. All right, and then at another point, they're going to go into this prayer phase, which basically what happens is that they shoot way up into the air. You can't see them anymore. And they go by like their little altars on each side. All right, so they go on their little altars. This happens on both sides of here. All right. And they're at their altars, and they're doing some praying. All right? You can still do damage to them in there. Now, there's two things that can happen. All right? You either have to all move to the other side, or you stay here in place. Your raid lead will call that out. All right? Your raid lead will call that out. And what you want to do as your job as a DPS is stay close. The boss isn't damaging you at this point. You're damaging the boss. That's all the things that's happening during this prayer phase. All right? And you're going boom, 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 and damaging. You're waiting for a call out. So I'm waiting for things. So they'll say switch sides, and that means if you hear that, you're booking it. You're going over here. If you don't get to that other side in time, you will blow up. This whole side, anything, if you don't get across the line, boom, you'll blow up. All right. The other thing that could happen is that they tell you to stay. All right. And what happens there is that you're going to stay, and the tanks have responsibilities where they're going to swap bosses. Where you're going to stay here, you wait for the boss. They range tank it, and then it runs. The bosses switch sides, and you go boom, boom, boom on them. All right. So those one of two things can happen. That's it. For a DPS, that's the entire Twins fight. All right? And you just repeat. Let me do that second thing again. All right? Actually, you know what? I'll take it right from the beginning again. Okay? I'm going to leave them at the prayer phase so I can do that. And actually, you know what? I'll use my cursor again. That kind of worked out good. All right? Let me get a little angle on here. Okay, so the bosses start there and there. You are here or here, the entrance or exit. All right? Sometimes they'll go a little bit towards the center a little bit. The tank will pull stuff in and the fight begins. So the only thing as a DPS, all you're doing is standing here and wailing away on the boss. Boom, 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 boom. You receive your aspect. All right? The tank is probably going to bring the boss over to this side, clearing out this way for runners. All right, so you're just going to move over and you're wail away. Boom, 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 boom. All right, aspects are going out, changing. All right, I'm looking at my feet. I didn't get a thing in here. I'm staying. All right, let's do the other scenario. All right, they pull the boss. They bring it over here. We battle for a while. Aspects go, oh, I see a thing. It goes across my screen in lettering. Receiving lunar aspect. Oh my gosh, I got a book. Or I look down at my feet. I've got a disc. Okay, I've got a book. So I go clockwise around the rim. I get over to here, I receive my new one, I look over at my group of friendos. Are they the same color on the top of their head as me? Yes, they are. I'm good to go. All right, so now I'm doing damage on this boss, which would be over here. Bump, 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 damage, 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 damage. Thump! Oh my gosh, they fly up into the air. All right, and now they're going into prayer phase. They're going to prayer phase, which is where I have them at right now. All right, you're wailing away at them, and two things can happen. Your raid lead will say stay or go. All right, so if it's stay, boom, you're going to wail away, and then they're going to swap. The tanks are going to swap bosses, so you get the opposite color that you're going to wail away on. And then you just stay here and you wail away on them. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. All right, then the second scenario, you're wailing away. Bum, 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 bum. Everybody swap sides. Run, 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 run. You get over here in time, and you're good. And now you're wailing away at the correct boss. Yeah. That is it. It is, as they say, rinse and repeat after that. Huh. So you might be having some questions still, even with that. All right. I kind of like my little diagram thing here. All right. So I'm going to let's do this. I want to kind of just do it from the perspective of the DPS again, with me moving as the DPS. All right. Boom. Boom. So this is not talking about anything that the tanks are doing. Okay. I'm starting from here. All right. They start the fight. This boss is going to come to here. This boss is going to come to here. I'm doing my job wailing away. Boom, 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 boom. I've received an aspect. All right. Oops. Get you down there. They're going to pull the boss over to here. Boom. That one's going to pull the boss over to there. I move over this way. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Aspects going out. I have received an aspect. I have to go. But when I check my feet, I do have the disc. I'm running over here. I look at my friends. Now I have a black one on the top. They all have black, that purplish black on their heads. I'm good to go to help them wailing on this boss. Boom, 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 boom. There's sometimes some circles. They go over here. Boom, 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 boom. We're wailing away at the boss. All right. Boom. They fly up into the air. Boom. They now have their receiving. They're doing the prayer phase. I'm wailing away. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody go! Okay, I'm going. Get across that line. All right, good. I'm safe. Wailing on this boss. Boom, 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 boom. That scenario could happen. Or, boom, 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 boom. Everybody stay. Nobody switch. Nobody swap. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I'm doing it again. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. And then after a while, boom, 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 we're doing more damage. We're doing more damage and everything. Okay, we're going to go into rinse and repeat. I check to see if they announce, okay, aspects going out. I'm looking. Okay, I didn't get the wording. I don't have the disc. I'm staying. Boom, 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 boom. Wail away, wail away, wail away. There we go. That's it. All right. I hope kind of just seeing this and how this works makes a little bit more sense. I may be forgetting something. If I'm forgetting something or you have questions about it, make sure to put it down in the comments in here. But I know for me, as far as the DPS, those are the only things that I'm concentrating on. All right, and making sure that I'm checking what I have for a color on my head so I don't blow up the group. So yeah. If you have any more questions about that, put them down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, ding the bell, do all the things. Thank you, everybody. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.